You're hesitating again, aren't you? You keep waiting for the perfect moment, like it's going to come gift-wrapped in clarity and courage. But let me break it to you. It never does. The perfect moment is the one you create by attacking before you're ready. That's what separates players from spectators. In this world, hesitation is death. In Blue Lock, 1 second of hesitation gets you eliminated. Out here, it gets you forgotten. It's not cruelty. It's natural selection. Ruthless, mathematical. And if that scares you, then you've already lost. Every second you spend doubting yourself, someone else is already moving. Someone hungrier. Someone sharper. Someone like me. You think I was born different? No. I just stopped pretending I was like everyone else. I stopped clinging to comfort and started building a weapon out of my mind. My ego isn't arrogance. It's my compass. It tells me when to strike. You want greatness? Then understand this. The world doesn't hand it out for free. You have to rip it from the jaws of reality. Reality doesn't yield to the polite. You don't ask for a goal, you take it. And if you can't, someone else will. You either dominate the system or get devoured by it. There's no in-between. You have to devour it. Every moment is a battlefield. You breathe, you compete. That's the rhythm. That's the law. You don't get to rest just because you're tired. The field doesn't pause. The world doesn't care. Only results matter. You fight until the whistle. Every choice you make, it builds your identity. You're not a finished product. You're a collection of decisions, built play by play, moment by moment. So ask yourself, are you choosing safety or are you choosing to evolve? Because safety is a trap disguised as logic. And when you're standing on that line, staring your future in the face, only one question matters. Will you act or will you wait? Right now, someone else is visualizing the exact thing you want and they're running toward it. So if you're still thinking, still doubting, you're already being passed, and you won't even see it coming until you're already behind. Because if you wait, you're already dead. You get eaten, forgotten, left behind in someone else's highlight reel. This world doesn't mourn the almost great. It doesn't care about what you could have done. Either your name is carved into the moment, or it's not even in the credits. That's the cost. That's the standard. But if you act, if you move with precision, obsession, and killer instinct, then you become the predator. Predators don't apologize. They don't second guess. They move with conviction, with precision. Their instincts are honed, not inherited. You want to dominate. Then you sharpen your mindset like a blade and never let it dull. This isn't about talent. It's not about destiny. People love to blame fate. It's easier than owning your decisions. But fate is just the excuse of the unprepared. There's no chosen one here. That's fairy tale crap. Only the one who chooses to act like he's inevitable. This is about vision, calculation, obsession. Can you read the field of your life like a play? Can you see 10 steps ahead while everyone else is stuck reacting? Can you smell opportunity like blood in the water? Then go, now, without pause, without fear. Make the cut, because that's what I do. I dissect, I predict, I eliminate possibilities until only victory remains. The ones who can't read the flow, they become part of someone else's. They exist to be bypassed. Every second you hesitate, someone with less talent but more hunger is overtaking you. They'll outmaneuver you, not because they're better, but because they're certain. And certainty kills hesitation. Steal the future before someone else does. Rip the brakes off. Tear down the limitations you let others install in your head. You don't need permission. You need momentum. The first move is yours, so make it matter. You want to matter? Then stop playing nice with mediocrity. Mediocrity is the disease that tells you, maybe late, that whispers, you're doing okay. It's a parasite. Starve it. Expose it. Destroy it. Or it will bury you beneath excuses. Crush it. Rip it apart. Turn every breath into fuel and every second into your weapon. Because fuel burns fast. That's why you feed it with obsession, with urgency, with purpose. You want your shot? Then show up every damn day like you're already behind. Because in this game, you are. because this world only remembers the ones who devour. Legends aren't made. They're forged in fire, pressure, and relentless pursuit. You don't get remembered for showing up. You get remembered for taking the moment and making it yours, so hard they can't ignore you. You think you're awake now? You're not. You're still sleepwalking through good enough. Wake up. Open your eyes to the hunger that's swallowing the weak. If you don't rise now, then stay down forever. This is not a game. This is not a dream. This is war. And your opponent is the version of you that settles, that surrenders, that delays. Kill that version, or it will kill everything you're meant to become. It's time to stop asking, what if? Time to stop pretending you have time. Every second is currency. So what are you buying with your regret or domination? So I'll ask you again, and I want the answer in your next move, not your mouth. Will you devour or be devoured? There's no draw, no safe zone, no neutral ground. You either impose your identity on the world or fade beneath someone else's. It's kill or be consumed. And if you're not hunting, you're being hunted. People don't rise by luck. They rise because they tear holes through limits that others treat like walls. You either become the anomaly or you remain part of the background noise. You don't need more motivation. You need a mirror. Look at who you are and who you've been running from. Every time you hide from effort, from risk, from exposure, you let that weaker version survive another day. You want to be feared on the field? Then become the one who never lets up. Pressure is your weapon. Let them feel you breathing down their necks until they break. You don't stop when it's hard. You escalate. Reinvention doesn't happen in silence. It happens when you crack, when you break, when you rebuild with obsession in your eyes and fire in your gut. The old version of you has to die for the next one to rise. Control the chaos. Don't just survive it. Command it. While others panic, you predict. While others hesitate, you slice through. That's the mindset of a striker, of a devourer, of someone who writes the ending themselves. They'll doubt you. They'll underestimate you. Good. Let them. Their disbelief is fuel. You don't owe them explanations. You owe yourself execution, results, proof, blood in the net, and silence in their mouths. You want a legacy? Then stop chasing claps. Chase goals. Chase checkmates. Every moment should be designed to leave no doubt you were here and you changed the outcome. Your time won't come. That's a lie people tell themselves so they don't have to act now. The truth, your time is made with choices so sharp they cut off the past and lock you into the now. What's the cost of going all in? Everything. But the cost of holding back? Irrelevance. Silence. Regret. If you're going to pay anyway, pay for domination, not comfort. There's beauty in obsession, not the soft kind, the kind that tears through flesh and sleep and doubt. You want to matter? Then let obsession consume the version of you that settles for potential. There's no such thing as next time. That's just a convenient lie to soften your failure. Burn that idea. Burn the escape route. Perform like this is your only shot, because it might be. Fear's not the enemy. Fear is data. Use it. Aim it. Let it amplify your instincts. But never let it decide for you. Because when fear takes control, you lose before the match even begins. You know what's worse than losing. Regretting you didn't attack harder, didn't move sooner, didn't bet on yourself when the window was still open. You live with that longer than any scar. Every field you enter should feel your hunger before they even see your face. You arrive locked in, calculating, predatory, efficient. That's my standard. You're not chasing goals. You're chasing impact. Don't just play the game. Rewrite the script. Force them to react to you. Every second, every pivot. You are the author of pressure. Let others dream. You execute. Let them visualize. You dissect. While they imagine glory, you're already 3 plays deep into how you'll take it. That's what separates the predator from the prey. You're not supposed to fit in. You're supposed to fracture their expectations. You're the variable they can't prepare for. The moment they try to define you, you redefine the game. If no one hates your hunger, you're not hungry enough. You're not here to be liked. You're here to be undeniable. Your very presence should be a threat to their comfort zone. So this is your line, right here, right now. Either you step over it and devour everything in your path, or you step back and fade into the forgotten. Choose. And don't fake the choice. Don't whisper it to yourself in secret. Scream it in your actions, because words are smoke. But movement is proof. And in my world, proof is everything. You're not owed a transformation. You have to trigger it manually. Flip the switch. Drag yourself out of mediocrity. Rip the old self from your spine. And step in as something sharp, something new. Complacency will wear your face. It'll sound like reason. It'll disguise itself as patience. But it's a virus. One that eats killers from the inside. If you smell it, crush it. You want something rare? Then act like it. Move like someone who refuses to be common. Treat every set of eyes on you like a mirror, and reflect back dominance. They'll call you obsessed. Let them. Because obsession is clarity in a world drunk on comfort. And clarity is power when you know exactly who you are and exactly what you're willing to do to win. Stop romanticizing the grind. It's not poetry, it's war. And every day, you're either adding to your arsenal or rusting from within. Train like your future depends on it, because it does. You have one job. Make yourself undeniable. Make it impossible to ignore you. The kind of player who forces the game to revolve around him. That's not arrogance, that's intent. Forget potential. Forget talent. That's all noise if you don't act. This world doesn't crown the most gifted, it crowns the most relentless. Be the storm, be the problem they can't solve. No one's coming to save you. No spotlight, no miracle, just you, and the will to create pressure when none exists. You want to rise? Then manufacture your own gravity. So I'll ask one final time, and answer like your name's on the line. Do you exist to react, or to rewrite the entire game? If you hesitated, even now, right after I asked, you're still calculating your answer. And that's it. That's the moment I devour you. Not because you're weak, because you're still thinking. That's the difference between us. You respond, I rewrite. You wait to understand. I move before understanding is even finished loading. You wait for proof. I move so confidently. The world has no choice but to reshape around me. You exist in what if. I operate in what now. And the brutal truth, you already know I'm right. That line, the one that separates you from who you want to be. You've seen it for years, stepped up to it, stared at it, and every time, you walked away with some clever little reason. You wrapped it in logic, timing, readiness, strategy, disguises. But at the core of it, you were scared, not of failing, of committing, of having no excuse left, of finding out who you really are without the buffer of potential. And me, I killed that fear. I let it rot. And what replaced it wasn't talent, it was clarity. Clarity that in this game, in this world, you're either the one who applies pressure or the one who breaks under it. So ask yourself, what role are you really playing? Because while you were busy making peace with hesitation, I became the type of player who moves first and regrets nothing.